first time.
Yes.
While we were recording the short film.
Mm-hmm.
Was that 3 or 4?
I think 4.
It might have been 4.
Yeah, it might be 4.
You guys tell us. How long ago was that?
We've known each other at least.
Was when I had the it was the makeup.
Yes. Yes, because I just showed up for like, what, 50 minutes and I just bounced.
Yes, so it was very quickly. She had like the genie outfit on and
yeah.
stuff like that. But then we went to CatCon.
Mm-hmm.
Michael and I went to Louisville and we
Yes.
spent like the day together.
And that was fun.
Yes, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute since I've been with my girl. So we support each other all the time on social media. She's absolutely amazing to work with. And I can't wait to have this lovely hangout / Q&A. So the goal is, and ultimately, that I would like to do with everybody, just so y'all know, is to be able to hang out with them either in person like this or just through like a telehealthy live through the internet.
Yeah.
So this way, though, we get you in person, which I love.
Yeah.
So, Ashley, what you been up to?
Is it echoing? Can you guys, is it echoing for you all?
Yeah, it is. I can hear it.
I don't know how to stop that. I feel like,
It's okay. I think you just have to turn it down.
but look, I don't know why it says like in call.
It's okay. We'll just keep going with the echoey. Yeah, I think it's just because we're next to each other.
I can put a Bluetooth in and then it will like make it.
Okay. So she's gonna put a Bluetooth in, but
Not me, like I'll just activate it so it will stop echoing.
so she's gonna get a Bluetooth in to stop the echoing, but it's funny because someone said you need to turn the volume down on your stream, and people are saying it's echoing. And Jada says, "Hello, Jada."
Hi,
That's all
Jada.
It's all her. That's awesome. But yes, it's this right here. It's this
Okay,
one because we're
I
next
can
to each
stop. Guys, tell them if they are on my IG Live that they need to go just to yours.
other. I think it's just because we're next to each other because we're on a combination force. Because we're just right next to each other, so that's why it's echoing. So we have to end it.
No, I'll just end mine. It
Okay.
won't end yours.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know. Let's see.
Although I feel like my picture is better.
Your
than yours.
picture looks really good, but it's mine, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only thing. Okay,
Leave.
so leave. Okay, so here we go. Perfect. So
Yeah.
it is actually working well now, and thankfully we can do this.
Yes.
So we got people coming through. Thank you, Ashley, for ending the echoing.
You're welcome.
So Ashley and I, we actually both started on the same premise that we were random people that hit up Michael to go fishing.
Mine was I was in a car wash. I was the
Yes.
car wash girl.
Yes.
Hold on. First of all, I would like to point out, you guys can see how beautifully done up Mikey is.
Thank you.
She just came from a photo shoot in Nashville. And so her hair and her makeup are done, and I'm over here like,
Oh, shush. You look good.
girl next door, little things. I was thinking on the way up here, I was like, she's gonna look gorgeous coming from like her little photo shoot thing, and I'm gonna be like, and then she showed up, and we're both of our hair is straight with like waves,
Yeah.
not straight with waves,
Yeah.
sorry, down
Yeah,
and with waves,
waves.
and then we're both wearing like these little off the shoulder croppy things
Yes.
with shorts. So it was so funny.
Yes.
We did not coordinate, but we
Nope. We knew.
we dressed very similar and stuff. Let's see.
Yes, it's me. I'm the same Mikey. And thank you for who said that. I read that. I have really good eyesight with these contacts in. So, yeah, we have like 2 streams going on at the same time. We have Ashley's and then we have mine.
Yes.
But yes, thank you so much though, girl.
No,
but
thank
she's
you.
naturally so pretty naturally.
Oh.
So I was like, stop it.
It's a little, and the outside, it's so beautiful outside today and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So anyway, so back to HLC. I know you have questions. So,
Yeah.
So it's been no secret. I didn't actually meet Michael for. Do you have a problem? Sorry. Do you have
No.
a problem with me like
No,
casually?
you're allowed
Okay.
to.
My
She's allowed to.
apologies. I was like, because like with my sister, whenever we're like
Yeah, yeah.
we're all over each other all the
That's
time and stuff like that. And
You're
I
allowed.
was like, like touching you, and I was like, I hope that's okay. I want to ask, make sure it's okay.
Yeah,
Some people are
absolutely.
not comfortable with that stuff, but of course, Michael and I met before the car wash previously and stuff like that, and then we arranged it for a fun little thing. And but I was like, you know, we're going out fishing to this place that I've never been, to this guy that I've met like one time out into the middle of nowhere and stuff. And so I was like, this is crazy. But he had already, like, it was early. He'd been doing it for a year though, so we still
Yeah.
have plenty of videos and stuff. And you joined, I think, right before
Mhm.
me in 2019.
I did, and I was a complete shady person who went on Craigslist and needed money to get a divorce. And so I was just like, yeah.
I did not know this. I mean, I knew about your divorce and stuff like that. Like, you
Yeah.
talk about it and things like that, and have like a divorce party. Is that what you
Yeah,
call it?
yeah, I had a
Oh,
divorce
sure.
party, but yes, I literally just went on Craigslist, and this guy's like, "Hey, you want to go fishing and get filmed?" I was like, "Yeah, so why
Oh
not?"
my gosh, she has no self-preservation. She grew up in the military, and you're like, meh. I
So,
can do it.
so I literally show up there, and I'm thinking, this is bad shady, but this is gonna be fun. And so we went bluegill fishing, and he was like, I never do this, but you want to just go straight fishing? And I was thinking, like, it's gonna be something else. He's like, no, you wanna go fish? Yeah. So we did a video the same day. So it's actually really hilarious. Like, we literally met on Craigslist, which is super suspect, and then we went fishing for bait, and then we went real life fishing, and it's still.
I mean, but he is like, I mean, of course that was 6 years ago, and he's been doing it for 7 years
Yeah.
now. But like, he's so focused, and he has like,
Mhm.
he has such a vision for things, and like little things that he adds on, and like when he incorporates music. Like when I incorporate music, it's just like for some background ambiance or something. But he will like incorporate it for like the beat onto something and different things, and then he will pay people to like write and compose music to go along with it. So if you guys think that what Michael does is like a simple little, just, we throw out the trot line thing, he does so much behind the scenes. And then he edits, like he's so serious about editing, and he'll sit there and watch something, and he'll play with like the volume or the lighting and different things
It's
like
awesome.
that. And so, and I think if you've watched long enough, you've probably seen like his office where he's got like multiple computers and a laptop, and then when we record short films, he has like soundboards and like mics and like these extra light things and stuff like that. So I mean,
All kinds of things.
he gets into it.
He does.
He does the work, and he uses like we're using phones,
Mhm.
which is great. I think my phones have good camera quality and stuff like that, but he like spends the money on that stuff to make sure it's really nice.
Where's Jada?
So let's see. Where's Jada? Jada is not here right this moment, but she will be here later. Jada and I will actually be doing a live chat for Patreon later this month as well. But Jada's with her husband. Hi everyone! For those joining us, Mikey has started her own like little what's the title of it again?
It's Hookin' and Chillin'
Hookin'
on
and Chillin'.
the IG. So I know Ashley was a great plug and put that in there for you
It's
all.
on, if you guys haven't seen it and you want to join so that you can see when she goes live with like other girls, or when she's doing like behind the scenes extras for when she's on Hook, Line, and Chill and stuff like that. It is in the community, and then later, if you're watching this live at a later time, it will be in the description so that you guys can go over and start following and be a member. It's free and stuff like that, so it doesn't, nothing to subscribe, and she sends out little videos and little stories about herself, and she interacts with people and stuff like that. She's much better about messaging and interacting than Jada and I. There's two of us, but she does like double what we do with interaction of like responding to people and stuff like
It's
that.
all good. No, so I'll be honest, I was telling her, I was like, her doing YouTube is way more tedious than me just IG, just pulling up my phone like right now, hi guys, how are you? You want to talk? Like, that's how I do it. The good thing is I'm hearing that the video has improved a lot better, so that's good. So we got that fixed up.
Yes.
But yeah, no, this is just because, long story short, y'all called me out on not being very responsive. And so, like, that was like my goal of the year, to be more intentional. So why not? Why not be here with one of my faves, hanging out with her? She's actually allowed to touch me. Like, she's doing this. This is okay. Like, so yeah. Any questions you have for us, just shoot them. We'll be talking amongst ourselves. What are we doing tonight? After this, I'm going home to Louisville.
Yeah, she's in Bowling Green right now visiting with me. I don't live in Bowling Green, but that's where we are at. We're at my sister's house. We are at an outdoor, her screened in back porch that's wonderful. She's loaned it. This was a happy like middle place from where she was doing her photo shoots. Just right off the path from it.
Yeah.
I've actually been to Mikey's house though.
Yes, you
as
have.
well, and met your little rabbits and stuff like
You
that.
have.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to them. They're no longer here, but yeah, and they liked you a lot. Now there's a rat you can meet.
I saw that picture of you with your rabbit. Not rabbit. Crap. Why do I keep saying rabbit?
Because there's so many of them.
With your rat, and I was like, holy smokes. I don't know what motivated you to get a rat.
So I went to Feeder Supply, and this lady was trying to give her back for free. And I was like, no, that's not right. And she said she'd been trying to feed her to a snake for 45 days. And I was like, I'll take her right now because I've had a rat.
But the snake wouldn't eat the rat?
Yeah, it wouldn't eat her.
That's kind of big. Don't you usually feed mice to snakes?
Yeah, and feed her rats. And she, like you said, she's kind of big. I was like, well, that's why. So I was like, give me her. And so I go back there, and she's like, oh, she's antisocial, and she's kind of a hater. She does this. You'll see that rat. That rat loves life. Like, she lives her best life. She rolls around in a pink ball all day long. Okay, she's happy.
Okay, we got a couple of questions from different. Let me scroll back to see.
I see.
Okay, let's see.
If someone said, "Is that
okay,
Mikey?"
that's
me.
Introduce your friend. We don't know her, and tell her she's pretty. You both are. Well, I think we've covered that. Mikey, she's off of Hook, Line, and Chill. If you guys haven't seen her on there, you can. Oh, she's the most beautiful one. Love watching you two on Hook, Line, and Chill. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the compliments.
Yes. We said where Jada's at.
Hello, Scooter. Hello, Denzidi. Richard. We answered that. All right, Derek. What's your favorite video game? Okay.
What's yours?
Favorite video games? I mean, it's kind of a classic. I really like. Well, Mario is what I grew up on, but I really like Mario Kart now. That's an easy one that'll play on the Wii and stuff like that. And then there's, I think it's called like, I don't get to play it in the last couple of years because Jada and Christian are the ones that had it on their PlayStation. But it was Blood Brothers as a part of the Call of Duty like offset thing, because it wasn't like the actual Call of Duty. It's Blood Brothers where you go in and you like fight for cash against other people as a team and stuff like that, and that was a lot of fun. But it's been years since I played that one though.
Okay.
So. But I don't play too many video games, to be honest.
I have always been a Grandpa Auto girl. I loved Grandpa Auto growing up.
It's because she's all the language. She feels very home.
It is the way I was raised. So Grand Theft Auto was a big one growing up, and I grew up on video games just because of my brother. So we did that one together. We did Assassin's Creed. Love that game.
I played a lot of Doom when I was little. Because my parents got us a Nintendo 64, and they got us like 2 games, and one was a Mario Brothers game, and one of them was Doom, and one of them was Kirby. I don't know if you guys remember Kirby, the big fluffy pink Pokemon or whatever. So those were the 3 games that we had, and we played Doom. And Doom just came out with like another game.
Really?
Because you can play those also on like the computer and stuff like that for Doom. So it's very different from the Doom of my childhood, though. I was like, because Doom 2 graphics and all of that stuff is very different from the one that just came out.
So those were like my brother's bonds. But then my personal favorite was The Sims. I loved The Sims.
Like building and creating the world.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun. What's your favorite movie? Can you picture your friend? So she has put my stuff out there.
Yes, it is on the community page on Ashley and Jada's YouTube, and then later I will link it in the description of this live as well. But you can find how how to get to her Instagram on a link from the community page.
And at the same time on mine, we're going to be linking out Ashley's stuff too, so you can follow her, you can see her YouTube, you can see her Patreon, you can see everything that is Ashley and Jada.
Just available. And then it says, when are you guys doing Hook, Line, and Chill video? And what's your favorite movie? Oh, we'll go in order because I read those out of order. But what's your favorite movie is the first one. I don't have like a favorite. I have some top favorites or favorites at the moment because I've definitely had like different favorites at different phases of my life.
Yeah.
But all of them have been like comedic, pretty much like easy relief movies. Like my favorite Disney movie is Mulan.
Same.
Hands down. Sorry, the thing that I put this on is wood, so it's not like the best sticky place to put it on.
Same with Mulan.
Stronger, and it's not just because it's a strong like woman. I mean, I love that also, but like when I was a little kid, I didn't understand that when it first came out, and I was like a teenager or preteen. Like I didn't understand all that empowerment stuff. As an older woman now, though, I'm like I love the empowerment of it and everything.
Yeah.
But the songs rocked for Mulan, and it wasn't just like a princess and prince story, so I liked that it didn't follow like the normal patterns of like this damsel in distress being rescued from a man. So I guess even as a child, even though I didn't fully understand it, it resonated more with me. And then when I was in school, when I was younger, I really liked Pride and Prejudice, the Keira Knightley one, and She's the Man with Amanda Bynes.
That's a good one.
I loved those two, and Twister. So those, and Dirty Dancing. So those were like all childhood favorites. Dirty Dancing was something I did not fully understand until I was an adult, and I was like, I'm sorry. I love spring and summer, but it brings like the allergies of the outdoors. I love being outdoors, but that means that every once in a while you get a little tickle in the throat and the nose. But I was like, as I got older, I would understand a little more and more every time I rewatched it. And then as an adult, I was like, my favorite movie as a kid was about this. I mean, I still love the movie, but it was like so surprising. And it did teach me, like, sometimes even now when like kids are watching stuff with me, like my younger nephews, I'm like, when I think, oh, they don't understand it, I'm like, I don't think they really do. Because like I did not understand everything that was happening in Dirty Dancing when I was watching it as like a 5-year-old. I was like, they're just dancing and being romantic and sweet, not understanding there was like cheating and botched other stuff that happened and things like that.
Yeah, no, seriously.
So, but now that I'm older, like in recent past, do you have a favorite movie?
So Mulan was definitely the child one, right? And I will be saying I was the feminist child. That's why I liked it, because I was like, absolutely. Because I didn't like that every single Disney movie was about getting a man.
Becoming a princess. It wasn't just that. It was about becoming a princess.
And I wasn't for that, right? So like that wasn't the background I'm from, stuff like that. So it's more military stuff, so it's more relatable. And I loved A Bug's Life.
Oh, A Bug's Life was A Bug's Life Pixar?
Yes.
Okay.
And I loved A Bug's Life.
Ants was Disney, wasn't it? Or was Bug's Life Ants? Which one was Pixar and which one was Disney?
I can't remember, but just
But Bug's Life was better.
Bug's Life was fabulous. Okay, so I liked that.
I forgot about Bug's Life. I had it when I was younger
too, if you really think about it, right? So it's talking about government, society, and stuff like that. Movie wise, I'm very much like you. Right now, I would say my favorites are I like stand-up comedians.
Nate Bargatze. I love Nate Bargatze. Josh Johnson. I really like him. I mean, there's others, but those are like the like quick ones that I think of.
So I'm big on that. Like I actually watched Funny Marco in March up in Louisville. That was so good. So yeah, like that's just my thing now. But movie genre, I like horror, suspense, comedy. As this goes down, like Chumbawamba, like here we go.
I'm sorry, I really should have put that on a plastic, not a wood, so it would stick better.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's actually pretty funny now. Here we go. So those are my favorites. I think anything that's thought-provoking. that's like my thing. As I've gotten older.
I am more into like lighthearted stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to like have fun and it be like a relief. I started to catch that one.
That's awesome.
Maybe I should put it in this way because this
Maybe.
is not moving. Yeah, this isn't it for nothing.
Yeah, we'll
I don't know that this is gonna stay up though. Watch it'll fall down like.
Don't mind us. We're doing
away.
a maintenance thing right now with Ashley because she can equipment way better than me. So you like the more lighthearted stuff, though.
Yes, and I do like action and things like that as well. I like a.
That's perfect.
Turn.
Awesome.
There we go.
Yeah, I think my viewers are just coming on and off, which I love. And your viewers are stable, so we got 38 people to ask questions, which is perfect.
The kids in the background, I'm so sorry. They literally came out right before we went live. They're neighbors. We would love for them not to be outside. But at the same time, it's great that kids are outside. They're enjoying the beautiful day instead of being cooped up and just behind screens and stuff like that. So it's kind of bittersweet because it's like, wish you'd have waited like half an hour more.
It's all good. They're kids.
But they're not ours. I mean, we don't have kids, but they're not my sister's kids. They're not nephews. They're of no relation. They're neighbors.
Just children's.
Yeah, they're children. They're playing basketball right now, so
having fun
with their dad. So
take me catfishing. Yes, I'm ready to go on my second round. I'm going pretty soon, actually.
Oh, that's when that was what Todd had asked. When are you guys doing hook, line, and chill videos? And then Barney says, "Take me catfishing." Yeah. So I just recorded, and she recorded like I think almost right after me, maybe.
The first time around, yeah.
Yeah, we recorded, and then I'll be going back on again soon.
I think we're
in a couple of weeks. Yeah, both of us will be like in a couple of weeks. We're gonna record and be back on hook, line, and chill. Wish us luck. Wish us lots of fishies and stuff like that. Hopefully, the waters went down, and so. As long as there's no big storms, but there have been repeat storms, one right after the other, so who knows?
I know.
We just keep getting them. As long as there's not tornadoes, I'm happy. But also we've been getting like historic record amount of floods too, so.
We've been getting floods, blizzards, we've been getting all kinds of things in Kentucky. So I'm just grateful that we're both okay, that we're both safe. Yeah. Everybody else is as well.
Because you had a tornado close to you.
Yeah.
London, wasn't it?
So, no, Louisville. So that's southeast. But Louisville, we've been getting hit by tornadoes. So there was an E4 that hit J-Town. And then there was an E3 ran through 2. So it's just been really crazy. Our levee almost broke as well. So that was the biggest concern, our levee almost breaking and drowning the city. So, yeah, thankfully we're both blessed up. That's really where we're at. But keep rolling these questions in, though. I said, speak louder,
Tom.
love you.
Yeah, Jada said, speak louder, love you.
I hope y'all catch the big. I know. So you and I usually compete on the big fish.
Yeah, we've had Tara's entered. So it's like the OGs that are getting the big ones, though. So 50, 51, and then Tara 52. So it's like staying very tight race for it.
How long does it take? Actually, a couple of hours, Tracy.
Yes. Tracy asked, how long does it take to film an episode of Hook, Line, and Chill? A couple of hours. We go out because he doesn't, like, the lines that he sets up aren't right where the dock is. So usually it's a couple of miles away. So it takes a little time to drive upriver, especially when the water is flowing heavily and stuff like that. And then he sets up and, you know, he likes to do drone shots and stuff like that. It makes it really dynamic and engaging and stuff. And so... that'll take time sometimes to do, and then, you know, always having to take into account like the river. Yeah. And if you have you ever been caught in the rain?
Yeah. He likes to do that to me.
No, I think it's like the thing. I've been caught in the rain several times and stuff as well. Like even this year, the first episode was like rain at the end and stuff like that. Luckily, it was like right at the end and not at the beginning. Usually, it does happen at the end and the lights the lights. The sun is going down and getting
Lights.
dark and stuff like that every once in a while. So I'm like, but the farthest I think it's ever been is maybe like 8 miles, where it's literally taken like 45 minutes to get to the line.
Yep.
When he went way upriver.
Yep.
But we caught some big ones when he went way upriver.
That's whenever we caught my 50.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you caught your 51 around the same points. It was the same season.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Hi, Scooter. Hi, Shannon from Bama.
Gus from Georgia asked how we were doing. He's right above Tracy's.
Oh, hi, Gus. We're doing good. I played outside with my nephews at the park today, and today is my brother's birthday, so we went out and had a little. We had a cookout last night with my mom and my brother, because her birthday's a couple of days before. And then today we went out for lunch for my brother's birthday and stuff like that. So it's nice.
Happy birthday.
Do you still have the HLC paddle? Yes, that Navy paddle gave.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Jade and I both have one, and they're both on display. I'm gonna have to share. I actually have a room in my house where a lot of the gifts and stuff like that I've gotten on Hook, Line, and Chill, or from people on Ashley and Jada. Not like gifts, like clothes gifts and stuff like that, but like some knives that I've gotten, Navy paddles, some clay, different things like that is actually in a room at my house. I'll do a little short. You guys can see it.
Kung Fu Panda said, "What's up, ladies?" and happy birthday to your brother from Gus.
Thank you, Gus.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Germany.
Hey, I live
Thomas.
there. What's up? How are you doing?
Yeah, she lived in Germany for a little bit. Where in Germany? Because I'm not even gonna pretend I know.
So I lived over in Bavaria, which is the southern part, and it was military associated, so it was the bases Grafenberg and Vilsack. So we lived over there. We were about more like 25 minutes away from the Czech border. So yes, it was awesome. It was wonderful.
I love the Czech Republic and Germany.
You
really
were
like
born in
both.
Germany. Nice. What part of Germany were you born? Czech is gorgeous and it's super cheap. Super cheap. Yeah, keep rolling these questions in, guys. We absolutely love it. People are just joining. I think they're going to wait till the whole live's done probably on mine, which is fine by me. I'm having fun with both of these ones at the same time. We don't have any echoing. That's really what matters. Which is all good. She helped out.
Well, I thought about bringing like microphones, and I was like, but that's not going to work, because then it will be like just one thing. And they can be sensitive sometimes if like our hair, if we accidentally hit them, which when we use them in videos, I'm able to edit most of that out. But when you're on a live, you can't like edit that out in real time, and so don't want to bust anyone's eardrums.
I was born in Frankfurt, Germany, and lived in Mannheim. Oh, okay.
You have to speak up.
So the Mannheim area, I know that area. I went past that actually driving before. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we have Oh, I know where that's at too. That's a nice area as well. All good areas. That's just good.
Thungren.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said that, pronounced that correctly or close or anything.
But hello, Ashley from Samosa.
Samosa. That's got a lot of letters of my name.
Is it difficult to keep the microphone to stay on your suit? Sometimes, depending on what we're wearing.
I'm not me, because I'm like a lot of the other ladies who will wear bikinis and stuff like that with tiny strings.
Not anymore.
But my stuff usually does it okay.
Mine's okay. It's more so because I actually wear clothing, right? I wear clothing now. So mine's okay. It's more so just the moving around. Because I talk a lot with my hands. So there's been times where I've actually like flicked it off. But I do agree, like when I was wearing my bikinis and everything, sometimes.
Yeah.
It would depend on like the situation.
I'm always afraid of like where I clip it isn't gonna like pick it up well, or it like flips around and stuff. But he got different mics that do that. Actually, speaking of mics, didn't you accidentally take one time?
Okay, so let me just talk about that. Okay, he thinks I took his mic. I didn't take Mike's mic, okay? What happened was we went out to a Mexican restaurant to go eat, and it got left there.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Because it just happened that way, and it was hilarious because he's like, "Did you leave it in your car?" I was like, "No." And then he's like, wait, the last place we were at the Mexican restaurant, they didn't have it. So I think they took his mic.
Which would be stupid because it's so useless without the other attachment.
But literally, that was the last place we were at.
Uh-uh.
So it was with me.
But now he's like, before we're even off the boat, it's like, take it off and turn it back in type of thing.
So the Black Forest is Gorgeous by Gus, and then Ace, I Need You Both to Pray.
Danzili says, does the new mat feel better than the turf on the boat? 110%. I know people thought that, like, when he had the faux looking wood, like, not last year, but the year before, that it, like, hurt or something like that. Mm-mm. No, the faux grass stuff hurt worse because it was, like, it was almost, like, plasticky, but it was, like, so deep, so it, like, rubbed a lot more, and it, like, kept the water and the fish guts, and so it was like smellier and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But people seemed happier with it that were viewing it because they were under the impression that it was like better. But the faux wood stuff was like this thick mat. And so the stuff that he put on this year is red, and it's like identical to the one from 2 seasons ago, but doesn't look like wood. So I think people maybe think that it's better than the wood one, but it's exactly the same. And it is softer on the knees and easier to clean off when you get like water or fish gutsy stuff on it. So I like it better, and it doesn't hold like a smell like the green thing used to when it like rained. And
it's just stabby. It was very shanky.
Yeah.
It was very much like, because that's when I was wearing bikinis and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm getting stabbed. Like, I don't want that. So yeah, no, we're all a big fan of that little plushy mat, honestly.
Yeah.
What happened? Yes, what happened was that, okay? Nice bobs.
I think he meant to say
boobs.
And they said chow. He's saying nice and then bye. Let's see. That's good. I thought they were harsh on y'all. No.
Yes. They were. No, the grass was.
Yeah, the mats are good. Yes. And then I think I was happy when he had, because I don't know if you remember, like, back in the day when it was just the metal. Like, he didn't have anything on there at all. Yeah, I can remember how red my knees were.
Same.
Because I set up. Like, I'll set up on my knees instead of, like, setting down on the back of my legs a lot, which also, we're taller than a lot of the other girls. How tall are you?
I'm not the tallest, actually. I look like I am, but I'm not. We can stand up and show it.
But that wasn't the question. I asked how tall you were.
5'3.5".
Oh, okay. So maybe I'm just referring to myself.
That's why I was like, I'm not the tallest.
I have a longer torso as well.
Look at this comparison. Like, she's
are you setting up?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was like. But like I'm
no,
a bad,
like
I'm a bad American that's like hunched over all the time.
Yeah, stand up,
stuff
do
like
it straight. Look, girl, you like a whole head.
Hold on, and I'm like farther in front of you, so it's even less if I'm like even behind you. I do have a long torso though, and I guess longer legs.
I'm cracking up. You said I'm like, no.
I'm 5'8" though, so he laughs because he has like the camera situated at a certain height now. And he's like, "You're taller than everybody else though," and then you get up on your knees, which makes you even taller than everyone else. And I'm like, "I'm sorry."
We're all short compared to you. Tara's like 5'2". I'm 5'3.5".
I love how she throws in the half though. Like, that's so important. There's just not 5'3". She's 5'3.5".
Because when I go into the water into a pool and it's 5'4", it's over me. So I can't swim. So that's why.
You can't swim?
No.
Yeah. How can you not know how to swim?
Because I didn't trust the people who try to teach me how to swim.
Oh, trust? My mom took us to a pool. I miss it. It used to be like half a mile from my mom's house, and they land over it and built some duplexes. I mean, years ago. But that's where we learned. Mom was like on the high dive. She's like, "Just jump in," and we were like, "Mom, it's scared." She's like, "I'm right here," and then we jump in, and Mom's out of the pool, and we were like, "Mom," she's like, "Swim." She's like, "You're not gonna drown. Just swim." So. But that's better than my mom, how they learned, because while my mom was in the military, she was a military brat. My grandfather, a bunch of my uncles, a bunch of my cousins, well, some of them are actually still in the military. And I say military because, some families stick with like one branch. Not my mom's family, they did Army,
Mhm.
they did Marines, they did Navy, so they just, they did all the things.
Yeah.
But he was throw him off of a riverbank, and it's literally
Yep.
sink or swim. He's
Yep.
at the top, and he's like, "You're gonna learn."
That's
So
how.
it's trial
Yeah.
trial by fire, and it's good because my dad's side of the family, none of them know how to swim. They dog you paddle at best. They don't know how to
I feel
swim,
them.
which is crazy. I'm like, you're adults. You know how to swim.
I'll learn how to swim eventually. Don't worry.
All right, let's see.
Y'all look tall on. Yeah, she is because she's tall.
Justice said that you're beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies, for both of us.
Yes.
Sorry. Patty, hi. And Justin said, "How was your Memorial holiday?" Oh, sorry.
So I can go first on this. I actually don't celebrate it because growing up in a military family with people in combat, things of that nature, was always somber and sad. And then I've had my own incidences on Memorial Day with my ex-husband. So I don't actually really celebrate it, but I recognize it. This year, though, I actually hung out with one of my girlfriends who was a widow. So that was really nice because she's been remarried and she has kids. So we hung out. We had a great time with our friends. So that was actually a really nice Memorial Day we ended up having.
Well, usually, historically, in the past, my dad's side of the family, he's one of 13.
Ooh.
Well, big family. My mom's one of 9, so I mean, I just come from a big family. They usually have family homecomings that weekend, but the brother who usually hosts it has had 2 strokes, and he's 88 years old, and it's just gotten to be a lot for him and his wife. Well, because it's basically fallen to her because he's nonverbal now and stuff like that. And so we were gonna have it at a different uncle's place. They have a little cabin with the porta john on a lake and stuff, like a little pond lake type of thing. But 2 weeks before, we had another big old flood, and it flooded the cabin all the way up into it. And on such short notice, it was just so fickle, like where we could have it, and so people from out of state were just having to cancel their plans because there wasn't anything solid. So for the first time in my entire life, they did not have a reunion over Memorial Weekend, and that's how we usually celebrate it.
I'm so sorry.
No, I mean that's okay. Some people have still gotten to get. They're all much older and stuff like that now, so some people are requesting to be in our live. Like,
Yeah.
Is that like regular? Like,
Yeah.
just followers?
So
Oh.
some people are requesting
Hi,
to be in
Saxon.
the live. We're saying hi to Saxon because he's on here. We're just doing the collaboration between me and her. And it is sad, DJ. DJ's commenting. It is sad. It's one of those things you just never know where people are coming from and what's going on. And that's why you gotta be nice to people, man. Gotta be nice. But did you enjoy anyways that weekend at least? Was
Oh
it
yeah,
peaceful?
I ended up going to North Carolina and stuff like that, and so I had a beautiful time. It was
Good.
a great little weekend and stuff, and so and then soon I will be going to Florida,
Nice.
and then soon, for my mom just had a milestone birthday, and
Okay.
we are taking her to Europe for her birthday.
What?
And my sister, whose house we're at, we are taking her. We're going to England, and then we're going to Croatia. Some of you guys from Ashley and Jada have already heard this and stuff. And then we're going there for a couple weeks, and then my sisters both have to go back to their regularly scheduled lives. Mom and I, however, are moving on to Portugal and then Toronto.
Okay.
And so
Heck yeah! Tell me about Croatia when you go. That's the place I always want to go. Never got to.
we're doing kayaking, we're doing some hiking. We rented a great place with the balcony,
Oh, you're gonna love
and
it.
we're within walking distance. We're going to Split, Croatia.
Yep.
We debated between Dubrovnik and Split, and we were just like, we looked and we were like, I think Split. I think that's the place for us.
Okay.
Flights out of Split to where we want to go next weren't lining up, so
Yeah.
we do have to make a pit stop in Milan.
Oh, you'll like Milan.
Oh no, we're not getting out. Hopefully,
Oh, you're just gonna do.
Hopefully, we
connection?
don't miss our flight. Hopefully, everything goes in time. We may be in Milan if we end up missing our flight.
Hey,
but
I can tell you how
no,
to get
that's
around.
too expensive. I don't want to accidentally end up there.
It's beautiful though. So any tips and tricks you need any help, let me know. I've been to 3 of these locations.
Well, we picked some of them because it's places that we haven't been. Jade and I have been extremely fortunate with travel, and we're budget travelers, and we don't drink alcohol. We've never drank alcohol before, and we've never tried drugs before, and cigarettes or anything like that. So we can do what other people can for a lot less. So
I'm a budgeter
and it
too,
was
so.
less years ago, but we might have hit 40. If not, we're pushing 40 countries that we've been to. Yeah. So very lucky, very blessed
That's
that way and
awesome.
stuff. So
That's awesome, dude. You've done actually more than me. I got all mine on my arm. So yeah, I mean that's awesome.
you've got
How you
in
say
all the
hello?
language in all the languages. Are they in order of when you visited and stuff like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But I mean, hey, but you never know. You never know, people.
This is a neat idea.
So everyone asks me about this tattoo because I just have to say that, like, I've been to less, even just living there, so that tells a lot right there that you've taken advantage of what you could. Because hey, people don't, right? The reason why I have the tattoos, though, funny enough, I knew I was going to divorce my ex-husband. I could take that with me, so I'm very shisty. So I see on mine, and we're gonna go over your questions and comments. I see on mine we have some people in the UK. We have somebody
Saxon's actually in the UK. He says,
and then Nessa's is from Slovenia, which is a very beautiful area.
And it's not far away. You're right.
You hit all the pubs. So I used to be a drinker, and I used to participate in smoking weed. I'll be honest about it. I'm sober now. I've been sober for quite a bit now, actually. But I've always been a budgeter like you. So I mean, that's the way to go.
Yeah,
so
that's the way to.
You gonna help me? Look at her, being a good girlfriend right here, okay?
I got one. I got those two.
And then over here we got some of yours. I'm gonna scroll up for you. Help out. Okay.
Okay. Memorial. Yep.
Here we go.
Allie, hi. And then we've got. I went to the Smoky Mountains for Memorial Weekend. And saw 2 bears at Katie's Cove. The Smoky Mountains is the only place I've seen bears in the wild as well. So that's cool. And then it says, "How is Jada doing so far?" She's doing great. She's great, guys. Jada's amazing. They closed on a house in the area last month because this is the 1st of June. So,
awesome.
And so they're about to be here. She's about to be here to work on that house actually.
Nice.
And then for those who are joining us late, Nicole, we are at my older sister's house. In her back porch, screening back porch.
It's beautiful out here.
So we're not at either one of our houses or anything.
Nope.
I think this is a much better setting than what my house would have offered anyways.
And mine would be completely out of the way, honestly.
It would have been a little truck. Well, the timing just worked out really well and stuff like that too. So
it did.
Yeah. And then, hi, Will.
And we got Proud American giving us a smiley face.
And then we got Nieces is in
Prairie, Illinois.
You're really confident with like how you say people's names and places. Like I don't know if she's saying any of it right, but she's very confident when she says it though.
Well, so I actually know that part of Illinois because I had a client from there.
Oh, okay.
So yes, she was very interesting too. We got Love from India, and we got
Hayashu.
Yes, and then we got
Jeremiah. What's up from Key West?
Oh, Key West is nice.
I love Key West. It is so. I love riding bikes in Key West because it's so flat. It's so easy to ride bicycles. I know that's so random. Other people probably say other stuff, and I'm like, I go for bicycles.
Girl, it's what makes you happy.
But it is. But it's gotten expensive. I mean, dang. I wish I'd bought some real estate and not the. I mean, when I was like at 15.
Right,
But
I wish I'd
roller
invested
skate
in that.
years ago in Key West because it's crazy expensive in Key West now.
So nice to see the two of you together. Thanks, Will. I like seeing her as well, so I was really excited that we could make
She
this
says
work.
she comes to Nashville every once in a while and stuff like that. So maybe some other time in the future we'll do it. CHP from the UK. Hi, UK.
Hello.
For those of you who don't know, we will be going, when I say we're going to the UK, it's southern UK, but that's because Jada is visiting her in-laws because her husband is from the UK. So that's why that's our first leg of the trip. Jada and I are going early to visit with them before my sister and my mom join us. And then they will stay with their grandparents while we jaunt down to Croatia for a few days.
Nice. Hello there, Farm All Man 63, my homie. Hello. Love this man. He's great.
Let's see. I'm in NW.
You'll have Northwest.
Oh, okay. I was like, you'll have to add more. Well, he was originally from the Manchester area. So that was in the north before they headed south.
Okay, what do you guys do? So you want to go first with that, Ashley? What you do in the personal realm?
I do drywall and painting with my parents, and then I'm very fortunate. And again, keep in mind I live in rural Kentucky. Okay, I own a couple of rental properties.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool. So I work for the United States Army. And my job is a psychology assistant. So what I do is I work at the headquarters. I provide classes to soldiers, specifically recruiters, on psychology. And what we do is sometimes they need coaching, so I provide those services. And I go across the country, including the territories, and provide classes as needed. So funny enough, not this past week, but the week before I was in Vegas for work.
And I saw that on your IG.
And I'm about to be in Chicago. So about once a month right now I'm traveling. So yeah.
Traveling and on someone else is footing a part of the bill. So that's sweet. You're going to these great cities and someone else is shelling out. Let's see. Love from the Philippines. Hi. Dang, I don't know where to end and start on the name for the Philippine.
Dang.
Dongvim.
Dang. Yeah.
I apologize. All I would do is butcher. I've been to Jada and I've been to the Philippines as well a couple of times. To Manila and then to Boracay.
Really? Nice.
Boracay is so lovely. And Manila is like, I mean, it is a huge city.
Really?
Like, it's got, the population is big and stuff like that. So it's very different. I mean, it's an island as well, but like it's two very different feels there.
So Matt from Vancouver,
do you enjoy making? Sorry, go ahead.
You know, do you enjoy making the? I do, and you know it's funny. I went fishing, I think twice, like as a kid, basically. And then I decided to go on Craigslist and hit up Michael, for some money. And now I actually really like it to the point, the last time, not this past time I was in Nashville, but the previous time I was doing some shoots, I saw somebody fishing in a park and I joined them. And I hung out with them. And they were fishing for skipjack. And I was like, I actually know a guy who could use this. So I told Michael about it. And he's like, bro, the next time you do that, just... I will pay for that skipjack. So yeah, like it's actually
all the time on the lookout for it. Well, I grew up fishing and stuff like that, but no, of course I love it. Like it's super. Michael is very chill about it, but he puts in all his work. And Daniel, I mean, over the last couple of years, Daniel has joined the crew of like helping him do that, which is great.
Real MVP right there.
And then who doesn't love to win prizes? I mean, it's like a win-win-win. We get to go out, have a good time. It's for a couple of hours and win these awesome prizes that he set up for us. So it's great. And then let's see. Hi, Carl from Ontario. See, Toronto is where I'm going. I've never been to Canada.
You haven't?
All these countries I've been to, I've never been to Canada, which is one
so
of the
fun.
reasons that we had a layover in Toronto.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, how would you feel about staying in Canada for a couple of days? You've never been, I've never been. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're going there, was because we just had a layover, and I was like, the layover's really short. We might miss our flight anyways, so let's just stay instead.
I've been to Canada. I went to Kingston, so my auntie is actually right by the border in New York. We went for 20 hours, and we ate at a cult establishment. We'll talk about that after all these questions. Yeah.
I'm Ashley. For those joining late, this is not Jada. This is Ashley.
Yes.
But that's awesome. I'm getting like all over the world is here with this chat. Germany, UK. I've never been to Wales. Jada has been to Wales though.
I haven't.
That was a question. I don't know if you saw that.
Right here.
Oh, it's on this one. Okay. I've never been to Wales.
Mm-mm.
Jada has been to Wales though.
I haven't either. I've been to Scotland. I've been to England. I've been to Ireland, but I never went to Wales.
Nope.
And so we had from Justin, and a F2 tornado hit Washington County. Yes, I remember that, between Louisville and yes. Oh, and a baby didn't make it. I'm so sorry.
I know. It is tornadoes, natural disasters have been no joke in Kentucky this last.
Oh, we have. My name is Jet. So ding
From
is Jed.
The Philippines. Hi, Jed.
And then okay, guys, we have a happy birthday request. So sing happy birthday for my boyfriend. Okay.
Hi, Ansley.
Okay. So, where's he at? We will do it. I want to
Okay.
make sure he can hear it. And then let's say thank you so much. Okay, so we have some questions. Oh my gosh, Ansley is going to get this. Would you ladies and good morning to you too, Jed. So would you ladies rather drive? I love flying.
Flying, yeah.
I'm a
But I
flyer.
mean, it depends on how far it is. If it's like maybe 9 hours, if I can fly, I'd rather fly. But if it's like 5 or 6 hours, I'd rather drive than have to deal with like all the airport shenanigans and stuff like that.
No.
All right, Ansley, here we go.
Yep.
For Ben.
Yes.
And forget the pitch, because this is not a pitch perfect rendition, okay?
It's all good.
So,
All right.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ben. Happy birthday to you. And many more till the dawn of 4. No, until 10. I forget.
So how old is Ben turning? We want to know. I'm so curious now.
All right. Let's see. The 2 oldest hook, line, and chills together is so nice.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think you mean in years, but like how long we've been on. Oh, geez. Actually, I mean, I think was Tara on before us or in between us?
She
we were
was-
like back to back. I think we were like back to back.
It was April. So first it was Nina. And
Yeah,
then
Nina
April.
is the real OG, and I gotta tell you, like her going out,
Mhm.
like power to her,
Mhm.
her and April, because it was like when we started, he'd already had like tens of thousands, close to like 50,000
Mhm.
followers, and like a year's worth of videos when we joined. So we at least could like check out stuff and be like,
Yeah.
who is this dude?
Yep. Yeah, because it was Nina, and then it's April, and then Tara will come in and out as a guest, and then it was me.
Mm-hmm.
So really, it stabilized. Everybody else was like kind of in and out, being
Mhm.
guests, stuff like that. So the real regulars at first were, like I said, myself, Nina, April, Tara. Then you insert me, and then there were still random guests, and then you became the
Mhm.
next regular.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And except for Nina, who has her own channel that is doing amazing. If you haven't checked that out, it's
Mhm.
like Nina Wren's Outdoor something
Yeah.
other, like that.
Mhm.
But she posts videos periodically
Mhm.
on there and stuff like that. So if you're interested.
Adrian said hook, line, and chill. Hi, Brian.
And hi, Frank.
From Australia.
From
Ooh,
Australia.
That's a
See,
time zone.
We're getting, okay, do we got anyone watching us from Africa? Because I feel like we've checked.
All the continents.
Yeah, we're checking the continents here. No, hold on. We haven't had anyone from South America check
I
in
get
either.
a lot of South Americans actually on my side. We might get somebody from South America on this side. I get a lot of Brazilians.
Well, it's a good time of day to have a live chat where it
Mhm.
like works for
Yep.
like all the different time zones
Yep.
and stuff like that pretty well. I mean, unless you're maybe what time is it? Okay, so maybe not my Korean brethren.
Yeah, they're early, but the
Not unless you're-
Philippines was able to hit us up, which is awesome.
Oh, I know. You're up early, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'll say Australia would be early as well, or late. Might be late.
No, it'd
No?
be early. Yeah, because
Really?
it's 6 o'clock here,
Yeah.
and so it'd be maybe what is it, 7 o'clock your time, maybe.
So I was gonna say, yeah, the
Wells is
Wells.
but it's a Saturday night. It's past midnight, but it's a Saturday night, so you're staying up and you're partying, having a little bit. We're helping you go to
15
sleep.
hours ahead, said Tim. And it's still nice to see us together. Thank you, Will. And Wells, yeah, I was gonna say it's about 5 hours in the UK. I knew that. So it's 9 o'clock according to Frank. Tim said it's 15 hours ahead. Thank you, Saxon.
Yeah.
I love this time zones that we're getting sure we know where we're at. How about a wink, Ash?
I get that every once in a while, like a wink.
I got you. There we go. So
I don't know if that was good enough. I did a little wink.
Will we ever get the truth behind Michael and his cane this season? He seems to be reluctant to speak on this subject. We'll let Captain handle that one. I'm not gonna bust
it. He says it's getting more and more, the cane usage, just more and more. But Michael loves a little mystery. Mm-hmm. Every season I feel like he does a little mystery thing. Matt says, always wondered, is it Michael who prefers y'all to be barefoot, or is it a public preference? Michael actually never restricts what we wear.
No.
Like, he doesn't request that we wear bikinis. If you go back to, like, the beginning, it was a lot less, and then some of the girls got a little more, like, risque, and so now the newer girls who go see stuff, they're like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. So they're like, they're doing it.
So,
I still never worn. I've worn a one piece, like underneath some shorts,
and he looked real good,
and chill and stuff like that.
Real good.
And on Ashley and Jada, I've worn some two pieces. And some people have been like, "But you've worn stuff on Ashley and Jada. Why won't you wear a two piece on Hook, Line, and Chill?" And I'll tell you why. Because I have editorial control on my channel. So like, if I do not feel like I am the best look version, I can like cut to a different thing or cut it out or just not put it out there at all if I don't feel like I feel good about myself. Whereas Hook, Line, and Chill, and you like sit and bend over a lot on Hook, Line, and Chill, which is not always like the most flattering angle for your little bit of extras and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I know it's all love yourself, you're beautiful, and that's so sweet and stuff like that, but also, women tend to be their own worst, harshest critic and mm-hmm. stuff like that. And I say that though, but we did a slip and slide video with Slime so we had this Patreon Aaron who'd bought us a slip and slide that was on our wish list, and then Christian had bought some slime and had this idea to do like this competition thing incorporating slime, and he was like, this is gonna be your biggest video. I'm gonna set the rules, you're gonna wear two pieces and stuff like that. But then we did get some comments about some body shaming comments about the two pieces that we wore and stuff like that. So stupid. But I mean, there were only a couple. Like, most of it was like really flattering, or people just had fun with the video and stuff like that. So I didn't think too much of it. But we also had like 3 different camera angles that I was able to like edit through. So I did do that sometimes when I was like, ooh, that was not flattering. Let's just cut to a different angle here.
So I think that says a lot right there, like having the ownership of your material, right? Mm-hmm. As somebody who pioneered the bikinis, hello.
You guys have Mikey to thank for that. I think she was the first one who wore a bikini.
That's why I say, I know I pioneered that because I know you weren't comfortable, which is fine. Like, it's everyone's comfort level, right? I was at a point in my life where I was just kind of doing what I wanted, and then honestly, I don't mind sharing it with you because you're one of my friends now. I got closer to God, hence why I wear a lot more clothing now. Like, that's just my comfort level. Now, again, I have no shame towards anybody who's doing the bikinis, whatever they're doing. In fact, I've had some of the girls like just reach out to me. It's like, yeah, this is why I did it, because you, hey, that's great. I'm glad you felt comfortable. I've always gotten comments on my body type on the channel. I've never cared. I do what I want. I know for a while now, I think since last season, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so much fit, because I want to be. Like,
well, you go to the gym though, like you do the gym thing.
I do. I have a lot of
like that.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that bodybuild. I have a lot of friends that have pro cards. That's their thing. That's what's so funny though, because like what you said, you go to the gym all the time, yet you compare me to some of my friends, they're sitting here ripped and running, and I'm like, nah. Like, I look nice for myself. I look nice for modeling purposes. I like to feel good, but that's my outlet. So I think that's the beauty, though, of our channel that we do together, is the fact that we can be whoever we really are. And that's why, like, I've always loved her aesthetic, because hers is always, like, very classy, very nice. Like, always, like...
But I do feel like I dress... I feel like I'm like... Grandma, don't
No.
watch this. I feel like to the stuff. And what's so funny is people are like, oh, you can push the boundaries more. And I'm like, this is my boundary. This is the boundary.
But this is for her. I think that's the biggest thing is, like... I know, like, because Michael, we've talked about it so many times. He's like, you know, y'all do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so, for me, as an example, I'm the reason why the channel was demonetized for a while, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
that's right.
With that being said, and I mean, that demonetization came on me at a chance where I was actually wearing clothes. I was wearing a dress. But it flipped up too much. And so that just goes to show you.
But that was a happy accident, because when he got demonetized is when he was like, never thought about doing Patreon before. He was like, I don't want to do it. It's fine. I'm just sticking with YouTube. And so he started Patreon because he got demonetized, because it's, guys, the money he spends on, like, he does a lot of like bonuses for us for like when we catch fish or guest things and stuff like that, which is always fun and it's much appreciated. But he also like just spends money setting everything up. Like the goldfish and stuff like that he puts on there, they're like $1 a piece that he spends for that, and he does so many hooks. And then the gas, and then he doesn't live like right there. No. He drives to and from there every day. It's like an hour and a half round trip. So that's gas for his car, then gas in the boat to check these lines. So I mean, he spent, and so he was like, so he broke down. He's like, that's the only way that I can keep the channel going until I can get remonetized. And he did. It took a little while. It took a few months. He did get remonetized, but people on Patreon really liked like the extra additional little things and stuff. And he thought about it, and he was like, he couldn't, like, there's this thing where, I don't know if you can now, but at the time you couldn't close your Patreon if people were still like actively like members paying and stuff like that. And so he was like, okay. And then, you know, so something during like I call it the dead season, because when it gets cold outside, we don't do stuff and things. So, but it's really worked out well, and it's been fun little things, extras for people who can. But there's still loads of content on YouTube. So I mean, if you don't do that, you're not, you know. It's just extra behind the scenes.
So we had to go on to that, but I think that was important.
I know, sorry, Matt. We went on a little bit of a tangent.
But that's fair. I think that's a good one to do.
I like being barefoot. We're actually both, like, I'm constantly wearing, like, sandals in the summer. And even when I work, it drives my dad crazy when we're doing drywall and painting, because I wear sandals. I don't even wear, like, worker boots or tennis shoes. He's like, wear some shoes. And I'm like, nah, they're not comfortable. They restrict my feet. I was like, so I like wearing it so we could just take them off. Your toes are looking really cute right now. They're like hot pink and stuff.
I got my toes done, and I was barefoot at my own photo shoot today, walking to the bathroom. So I'm a real Kentuckian.
So let's see. It says, where are you at, Jada? She is out and about. She couldn't be here today. Ashley, could Mikey be your long lost sister? Y'all get along well. Yes. And we have I was like, both of us with our like long wavy hair and stuff like that too. Let's see.
It is.
Thanks, Ronald. Let's see.
Donnell said it is 6:12 in America. So thanks, 360. You're both beautiful.
Oh, are you requesting us to do a 360? Is that what that means?
I think so. But
I mean, I don't know what else it could mean.
I mean, you're just gonna see a bunch of kids in the background.
Oh, do you mean 360 where we're at? A 360 of us, like us standing up and do a 360.
We'll see what he says.
I'll see what you say. You're both beautiful. Thank you, Frank and Adrienne, along the same sentiments.
They're idiots. The
commenters. Thank you.
Dang, are you ladies single? Okay, so good question. So what about you, Ash? Are you single?
We're not. They know we're not married.
Yeah, I mean, so I am single right now. I have an on again, off again.
She got a situation shit.
I am single though. What about you? You single?
Well, let's see. I will say, because on a Patreon extra for Hook, Line, and Chill, Michael made the comment that he can tell So I've only dated someone during one season of Hook, Line, and
Really?
Chill, and he said he could tell that I was dating someone during that. So I was like, can you really tell? So you guys watch me this season, and then at the end of the year, you guys guess. I'll do a video on Ashley and Jetty where I'll put out like a little thing where you guys guess, and I'll answer and respond to comments, and so you guys can tell me, or like guess maybe I was single for a part of it, maybe I dated someone for a part of it. You'd be like, I saw the switch
I love
when
it.
you started dating someone, because I want to see like, or maybe I was single the whole time and you guys guessed wrong, and it's like you don't know. So I'm curious because Michael was so adamant that he could tell
Really?
when I started dating someone years ago. And I'm like, so I want to see. Can you really?
Me, I've dated someone that it was hilarious that Michael's coworker liked. It was the wrestler. And so he would ask Michael updates about him via me. It was like the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. I was like, wait a second, what? And Mike's like, yeah, so my coworker knows who you're dating and he's a fan of him. So like, he wants to know this information. So that was the weirdest thing I've had, but
Your lipstick is staying on so well. That's
Dude, I
not
had
a
to put-
comment. I'm just saying.
I had to literally put on some
So
lip
many
gloss.
layers. I'm getting so close to this one. Not paying attention, trying to read.
So Farm All Man, my homie, said we can wear whatever we want. Thank you. And thank you, Saxon, for saying you like our vibe. I think we just get along really well, so it works well.
But I will reiterate, he has never told us to wear anything except when it comes Halloween season.
Yes.
And he's given us the option for that as well. But he's like, I want you to wear a costume, so pick out a costume. But other than that, like, and even when it comes to the costume, like he'll be like, tell me in advance so he can like match whatever we're doing,
The
make that goes along with it or something like that. To visit my grandma's cemetery. See the view of the city of Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, that's nice.
Atlanta's Vicky. Sorry about your grandma. That's a different, but that's the thing.
That's
Henry
really nice,
gave
though.
us little emojis. Matt says, love to hear how in control of the content you are. Just wondering what some of the strangest viewers gift you ever received.
For you, I would love to hear this.
Okay, this is really random. I'm gonna say two. I'll have to go with the strangest because the other one wasn't the strangest. The strangest was someone it was sent on Ashley and Jada, wrote a letter, and inside that letter put a slice of cheese.
What?
Nothing in the letter was in reference to the cheese. There was like a little drawing or something like that.
Okay.
So I would say that is probably the strangest. Also, the letter, in my opinion, wasn't entirely coherent.
Oh.
Oh. So that might be the reason for the cheese. I don't know. But yeah. So that was the strangest thing I ever received in the mail from someone.
Mine is actually request because I get a lot of weird requests. I've had a man ask me to send my underwear.
Did you?
You know, I asked him, I said, how much are you trying to get this for? I was just curious. I was just playing along. And, you know, he gave me an amount. And then he disappeared. So, you know, I get a lot of those. Well, not as much.
We'll get requests on Patreon. Even though we've said on YouTube and Patreon time and time again, we do not do news. We do not sell extra videos. We don't sell extra pictures. We don't do any of that stuff. Yeah. What you get on Patreon is what all Patreons get. Well, depending on sometimes their level, we might do an extra special something for a different one or something like that. And yet, even just last week, got a new Patreon that sent a message asking like if we sell topless nude photos of ourselves or videos. I can't remember which one it was. And it's like, no, we don't. I'm like, I mean, but, you know, it's one of those, I guess, if you don't ask, you don't know type of thing. Because sometimes people will say, no, they don't do something, but when it's behind closed doors, maybe they do. And so they're like, maybe that's them. They got the good girl image that they want to maintain or something like that. No, it's not an image. What we
That's just
say is
them.
the truth. It says Brian says, Ashley, you still doing your broker houses? Yeah, I still do have my real estate license, and actually have I did sell my first house to a friend, one of my best friends, last month, and I listed a house as well.
Nice.
So, yay!
Congrats.
Um, where are y'all from? And wow, this is a nice place where we're sitting here at. It is beautiful. I am from here, down the street. So Kentucky. I'm from Kentucky.
I am from Fort Knox area, right outside there, and now I live in Louisville. So
Hmm.
let's see.
I know we don't quite have a deep Southern accent or anything. I'm just not noticing that is like slightly crooked.
It's
isn't
okay.
it?
But so Saxon over here says, "How much would he pay?" But your sisters. Why would you ask? Listen, I will say on mine, he was willing to pay, but then he never went through, and I was like, okay, whatever. But I've actually, so in the past, I've sold modeling photos to people
Oh,
because they were modeling photos. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I've done that. But yeah, no, I've had so many OnlyFans requests, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Like with what I do, nah, I'm good. I don't even
I
do that
have
stuff
thought
anymore.
because someone asked about barefoot. I have really thought about like, should we start a barefoot Patreon
I've actually
like-
sold my feet.
little thing?
I've sold my feet.
I
before.
don't think I have cute feet. Yours are like, you have long, like thin toes and stuff. I don't know why people ever say that they like mine. Like my pinky toe looks like it's been cut off because it hides behind the other toe. Like you can't hardly even see it.
I mean, honestly though, you don't have bad feet.
I mean, they're
feet.
whatever.
I don't get foot fetishes in the first place because like, for me, I don't know. Like that's just one thing that if a man told me he wanted to lick my toes or something, I feel so weirded out.
I mean, I'd be like, I gotta wash them. I'd be sitting here thinking about like the taste being like, gross or something. Like, just like for me, that's like anytime. I don't really think because people have certain body parts they like. Like some people really like hands
Sure.
and stuff. 80-year-old grandma looking hands since I was like 5. Luckily, they are.
Look how
Look,
you have really
I've-
pretty palms actually.
I have a long lifeline because there's look at all of those wrinkles and stuff like
But
that.
I mean, like honestly,
No, look at how wrinkly they are. You're being
Girl.
too nice.
girl, you
No.
white. That's why.
But they've been like that since I was a little kid. They're so ugly. And I don't like my own stomach, but I like looking at stomachs. Like
Really?
when I'm at a beach or a pool and I got my
Yeah.
glasses on, I mean, yes, I mean I am like physically I think toned stomachs are, but I like looking at all stomachs. Like hairy stomach, not that I find them attractive, I just find like stomachs for some reason it's like kind of a not mesmerizing, that's not the right word, but like an interesting thing.
Hold on. So we got someone said happy birthday. I think it was to Ben.
Um,
Thanks, Jed.
And then hi.
The one on the
How,
left.
how do you say it?
Carmuco? Hey, the one to the left. Stand up.
please.
Okay, is
But
it me?
Who's the left though?
I think it's me. What did I just hear? Yes, she likes stomachs. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'll stand up. Hold
No,
on.
I didn't say. I said I like looking at stomachs. Not that I'm like attracted to stomachs, but I like looking at them.
I'm standing up. If you're talking about me, here I am. Okay. So,
And then let's see. Henry said,
yum
Come
yum,
get
come get me. Listen, I will say though, I understand your thing because I have nice traps myself as a woman, and I know I do. I like to look at people's traps, and I
Let's see.
judge them, and I judge men's legs.
Let's see. Do I have the?
You have nice
I
traps.
have collar. I have like a
You have
like
nice
my collarbone like
Mhm. Like
comes
right,
out
yeah,
and stuff
sternum.
like that.
You have nice sternum.
Oh, I said collarbone. Is it sternum? I thought these were collarbones.
Oh, isn't collarbones your sternum though?
Isn't this your sternum? Like
It
this
attaches
part?
to your sternum.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do we
We're
have-
not medical.
Do we have doctors? Do we have doctors on chat? What's this called right here?
Sounds like a serial killer now. Yes. Yes.
That I like stomach.
Sternum is in the middle of your chest. Oh!
So I was right. Yeah,
Okay,
this is the sternum. Yeah.
So this is just collarbone. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it scapula? I think it's scapula.
She's just guessing like random body parts now.
I think it's the scapula. But I see over here, feet. No. So, Ashley, have you had to turn loose your inner demon since that Halloween movie a few years ago?
I got to dress up in makeup and stuff. That was on
Shoulder
Nolan.
blade. So it's a shoulder blade. See?
Scapula, shoulder blade. So I was right. These are collarbones. No, it was fun. He actually, I did like do like a weird scream when I like turned my head, but it didn't sound right. So he actually has the scream from what is the movie? They do like the cards and I cannot think of the movie that he got the scream from, but he borrowed the scream from a certain movie.
Okay. Nice.
Hey, the one on the left, stand up.
I think it's you.
We have names. This is Mikey. This is Ashley.
The one
I
wearing
think
black
it's
is
just being
Mikey.
funny.
There she is. See, she's way taller. She's way taller. Like, it's
I don't like
hilarious.
my boobs are being cut off like at the.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's see if she straight up.
Like stand up like.
Yeah. See, you can already see me right here. You can't.
There was a stand up.
Y'all should arm wrestle.
I think she beat me. I don't know. Like she's pretty muscular. Like she works out. Like I have like a little. You see my little dip?
Okay. I'll show you. Hold on. I gotta go down a little bit.
I was like, which way are you going with this? Is good.
Let's see. But my arms are blocked off, so this is so awkward. Hold on.
Go on.
Go off camera.
Just in case we don't need a.
Okay, so.
I don't know.
I
don't know. Maybe
I think
like.
you got some muscles to you. I'm
Like-
more leggy. I'm more muscular
Oh
legs.
yeah. Oh, I don't know.
You got some calves.
I got some. I mean, feel that calf right
Okay.
there.
Yeah, you got
This
some.
calf.
Like I said, you know,
My calf is.
I
my
think I'm
calves
pretty
are-
solid, both of us, honestly.
Now if I flex here, if I gotta hold it.
Stop.
You can feel it if I hold it. Push through all it. Here.
Okay.
I'm like, well, I can breathe. I felt like, I don't know why, but I tend to hold my breath whenever I flex my stomach
Yeah.
a lot, though. Okay, what do we got?
Did you?
Ashley has wider hips. I've got wider hips. Well, they're not childbearing, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Justin, in 2024, did y'all watch the solar eclipse event? It was
Yes.
on my birthday, April the 8th.
Happy late birthday to you. I did. I was
Yeah.
able to see it.
Yes, but we actually in 2017 had a solar eclipse that came through. It was the longest lasting. So like that one, we went like all out for that solar eclipse. This past one was like, it was okay.
It was like a couple.
Mhm.
Now the last one in 17, I was overseas, so I made all my friends do it for me.
Matt said, I don't know why you feel like you have funny looking feet, Ashley. They're super sexy.
I'm telling you, you don't have bad feet, and I see that person wants to see us arm wrestle. I am honestly not wanting to wrestle you at all. I don't want to wrestle you. No, I'm good. But I see with have you got another feed? We do. We have two feeds going on at the same time. We have my feed on Instagram. We have Ashley's feed as well. So,
Yep.
abuse, lie, actually, who would win? Honestly, I think we could take each other pretty good. Because you got the height, so you have the natural reach.
I have the agility.
Yeah.
Hold on. What's the wingspan there?
Yeah, see?
I think your wingspan's very similar though. You got long arms.
I know, I don't know why. But I have short legs. No.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, see, I told her, like, you have the span on me. And I have naturally short legs. I have to wear
I keep.
shorts.
I don't know. Maybe my depth perception's off because I keep being like, no, you're not that much different, and then it's like, I got almost a whole hand.
Do that again, Ashley. Let's see.
Like, I think our shoulders lined up. My whole hand.
Yeah, she's just like a whole
Because you
hand
can't-
roller.
Because I held it because you can't really tell so much on the.
She does, and that's the thing, Dansley. Like, she has working arms, so
Yeah.
that to me takes everything. People who do manual labor, are extremely strong. That's why they always see people in the gym compare themselves to manual labor. Like, ah, you have nothing on a manual labor person. You just don't.
They call them like working muscles, so they're like
Mm-hmm.
pro muscles and stuff like that versus gym muscles.
Well, and I used to be active. I used to be
I feel like-
athletic. Like athlete
I
stuff.
don't know if you can see it through the right here. Like I have like the
Yeah, you do.
the whatever that is.
Yep.
But I do not. When I go to the gym, because I said I have been going, I hit the treadmill and the rower, and that's what I do. I should be working on some booty exercise to get those glutes.
But yeah, you do
going.
manual labor though. That's completely different. That's basically doing the same things. Like for me, I used to be a runner, so my legs have always been carved out really well.
I do the treadmill, but I don't run.
I used to be a runner.
I hate running. I walk. I do a what's the special walk? The fast walk called? What's it called? It's called something.
I know. What you're
Power
talking
walk.
about. Yeah.
I do the where it's really fast. And it's actually better for your joints than running.
It is.
Way better
It
for
is.
your joints.
I'm a
so that's
hiker
my
now.
excuse.
Now I'm a hiker, so.
Okay.
What's,
Hey, Two Fish Tacos, what's up?
What's up?
It says the next partial solar eclipse is September 21st of this year. Are you excited?
Mhm.
Honestly, no. I could care less.
I actually am. But I like astronomy a lot. Like I'm fascinated by, for example, we're supposed to get an aurora tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I
and
didn't know
so
that.
yes, so we're supposed to get an aurora. But see right there, I follow that kind of stuff. So we're supposed to get an aurora.
Are you into astrology, Mikey?
I used to be, not anymore. I used to be. I could do everything within that, but no longer anymore. I just like astronomy because I find it fascinating.
I mean, if the
planets.
eclipse is here and stuff like that, like I will watch it, but I'm not going out of my way. Like my sister Jada hosted a campsite during the solar eclipse of 2017 and had tons of people. We had people from Japan that flew over for the eclipse. We had people who drove from Canada like 16 hours to camp there for the eclipse. I was like, that's awesome. I would not be driving 16 hours to go see an eclipse.
Now, funny side note, as we're looking through these, so my auntie, the one that's by Canada, they were supposed to get the total last year, and it
shifted, yeah.
And so all of her money went down the toilet. I felt so bad for her. Like she ordered like thousands and thousands on supplies. So that's the other thing about those too, is you got to be so careful to not put all your money into that.
Oh, goodness.
So I saw that one guy wants to watch twin sumo matches.
We have some like wrestling matches and boxing matches and stuff like that on our channel. If you just put in Ashley and Jada wrestling, you'll come up with like foot wrestling. And then if you put Ashley and Jada boxing, there's like boxing and there's like slam wrestling. So there's, if you really want to see, we do have a couple.
So thank you for lightening my mood this afternoon. I gotta go see you guys on Hook, Line, Show. Aw, bye, Will.
Let's see. And then Mr. Red Devil 2, look at the stars and hold this rock. I'll show you the future. That sounds like a lyric actually from something.
Well, that's also like astronomy stuff. So I actually, fun fact, I used to read tarot cards and I used to be really, really good at it. But like I said, I stopped doing that too. I don't do that stuff anymore.
We've slowly like leaned over and got closer, so you're like getting cut off on your live here.
Okay, so plus there's another one in 2026 on Wednesday, August. Nice. I'll follow that for sure, Justin.
Two Fish Chacos, love both y'all, but I admit Ash is my crush. Love about love. Since the first time I saw her, great personality. And you have been following from the first video on Ashley and Jada too. He's done like hundreds of comments on our channel.
Aww.
He watches it. Well, I won't say you watch every episode because I don't know, but it's pretty close if you haven't. You've watched nearly everyone.
So Saxon right here, he's very good at commentary, and so is Formal Man. He's great too. So we love them. Anything else that y'all want to know or ask, feel free to, because we've been just talking amongst ourselves, and I think we covered a lot. No, you're good.
We're going on an hour and a half, so I think we're probably going to be wrapping up soon.
Yes.
Yes, been a long time. I think he's talking about a long time that he's been watching us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I know you started off your channel actually pretty
soon after. Yeah. We didn't do probably the smart thing when we started our channel. If we wanted to make money, by sticking with like outdoors and doing like fishing related stuff and things like that. We were like, we want to do fun stuff that we want to do and invite people to join us along. So we do, you know, a lot of like made up games because that's what we've done like our entire lives. We're like these
Yeah.
silly adults who do some of the stuff is in front of other people, like the slip and slide thing. We did that at an Airbnb off a hillside at a
Good for
lake,
you.
like with random people walking, seeing us. We're like, yeah, that's right, we're not 12.
Hey, you know
But
what?
we're having fun. But we were like, we want to do stuff that like we could show our kids when we're later and be like, look at how ridiculous, look at how fun we are, look at how silly we are, and stuff like that. And so we want to have fun, so we do. And luckily enough, there are several people who like to, you know, join along and watch our silliness. Who is your favorite wrestler of all time, The Rock or The Undertaker? I like gave you two options.
Um,
Was there someone above that saying
it
something?
was just two tacos saying he's supporting you.
Oh, thank you.
So mine is actually Stone Cold Steve Austin.
316.
Mm-hmm. And John Cena.
I'm sorry, I don't have like a favorite wrestler. My dad, I grew up when my dad did watch wrestling and stuff like that, so it's not that I didn't see it in the background, but I'm not really a wrestler watching person. My brother still watches it all the time. I will say though, John Cena did a good job transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
But he was always like super nice. He's very
Mm-hmm.
polite.
Mm-hmm.
He has a great reputation
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So I do what I've seen of him, when he presents himself to the media and stuff like that, he just does seem like a very nice, genuine person.
Those are mine. I'm actually more of an MMA UFC person. I'm
Mm.
like more of like the blood and stuff
No.
like that. And my actual current favorite fighter is about to have his pay per view come up soon. I'm super excited. So y'all can go figure out who that is.
I mean, I know who Chuck Liddell is and Ronda Rousey, but
So old school people. Anderson Silva was great.
but that's about it.
GSP,
Okay.
Tony Ferguson.
I'm crushing on both of you. I keep waiting for someone to pop into the woods behind
If
y'all.
they do, I'm gonna punch them. I don't play with that.
Any YouTubers that you follow or enjoy, and who do you recommend?
What about for you? Because you're more the YouTube than I am.
I do watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of like my news feed tends to be like comedians that I like. So I watch a lot of like comedians. I watch some podcasts, but nothing like in particular for the mostly comedy type of stuff. Um, uh, my newsfeed is full of like world news and stuff like that. Keeping up on politics in the U.S., but also different stuff that's happening in the world. Um, I don't have anyone specifically that I really want to recommend, just because everyone has like different stuff that they like and follow. I tend to, even though I said I watch a bunch of political stuff, I do tend toward also like lighthearted stuff, and then a lot of mine also has like foreign stuff with subtitles and different things, which is not everybody's cup of tea either.
Right.
Which is totally understandable. I get that. But I like to watch movies and shows from all over the world, because I mean, other countries have great productions and great storylines and great shows that I'm
Yep.
not afraid of subtitles. I don't like watching subtitles when stuff is in English, because I can tell easily when subtitles are off. Like they're
Oh, yeah.
the timing is off and stuff, but also because like I tend to, especially because I watch so many foreign shows and movies, I'm used to reading them. So when they're in English, I end up reading them, and I was like, I don't need to in this case. I'd rather just like concentrate 100% on
Yeah.
like the actors and stuff. So, but I know it's super popular nowadays to like have subtitles on
Yes.
like all the time when you watch television. Like a ton of people do it, and I'm like, I'm not one of those. Turn it off, please.
That's me,
Um,
actually. I'm a subtitler.
It says
They're waiting for a jump scare to happen with Micah. I saw that.
because the
kids.
scream sound, the kids screaming in the background. And then we've got James Gregory has to be one of the funniest clean comedians besides Jerry Clower of all time. You
Okay. Good
busting
enough.
out some old school stuff there.
How you
Like
doing?
I said, if you like clean comedians, someone who's putting out like new material now, like, and is close because he's Nashvilleian.
And
Um,
that's
I said it earlier. It was Nate Bergese. Like it's unproblematic as well. So to me, because not only is it like clean, but like he doesn't get like political or do like hard hitting social issues. Like
yeah.
he's not doing stuff like that.
Nice.
And have you ever watched Gilmore
Yes.
Girls? I do, and I love the mother and daughter duo at the diner on season 1. I watched the original Gilmore Girls. I've not watched it since Netflix like added seasons, but I watched all of the original ones.
Same.
I was a little heartbroken when at the end she said no to Logan and said she was instead gonna go on the presidential trail and stuff like that. I mean, that part made sense for a character. Also, Logan asking in front of all those people, that is a risky move.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I don't feel like there was a lot of like lead up to her wanting to end the relationship.
No.
So I've not watched any of the new stuff that comes out. Tin Hawkins is good if you like clean comedy, they said.
And they're agreeing. So that's good to know. So Tim Hawkins.
All right, then we had sent a request to be in your live video.
No.
He's requested a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna do our little thing. Like eventually I will let people that are viewing on mine join the video. It's just we have a guest. So I want to make sure it's focused on her, of course. But yeah, I mean, we have been spending quite a bit of time together. I didn't even realize we were an hour and a half in, which is awesome.
So, but thank you everybody who joined from all over the world on Instagram. Thank you all you guys who joined on Instagram watching now. Or is your live going to be available later for people to watch?
Yes. So my live will be available either if you're on Ashley's, so if you're on mine. Y'all know on mine the drill for Ashley's. It will be provided
later. It will
be
available later. It won't be available immediately because YouTube has to like process. And so it takes some time for it to process to be available for viewing, but it is available.
It looks like we have one final question. Yeah. So have y'all filmed another HLC that might be coming up? I'm waiting on mine, and I believe you are too. Yeah.
They're coming up very soon though. Like maybe in like 2 weeks or something like that. I think is when we're gonna be up next on the docket. You know, he's got a big Rolodex now.
He does. He's got
it takes a little more time for us to get on.
And just breaking out, but my behind the scenes will happen on mine, just so y'all know. So feel free to come through, see mine. I do behind the scenes and everything, so.
Yep, and you guys know I've been starting behind the scenes maybe like a year and a half ago. I don't know why I haven't been doing it the whole time. It's fun and like little goofy extra things that aren't really related to the fishing. The fish per se, but sometimes I had a bunch of video from where we went when we were at Rochester Dam.
Oh yeah.
Those Asian carp were jumping like crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
So
it was good, ladies. Love the accents and even the serial killer talk. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Good. Can't wait to see y'all both again. Take care. Yay. Bye. Both of you guys are super personal and down to earth. You've earned a follower in me. Yay. Both of you. Thanks, Matt. Bye. And Jenna said, well, I had time to go on dinner date and come back and y'all are still chatting. Mikey still has to drive home. Oh, yeah, that's right. And she's an hour ahead as well.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm going to pass out when I get home and let my rat in her ball.
Hey, Chili Billy.
Thank you, Farmall Man.
Thanks,
appreciate you.
Until next time, guys.
Yes, bye.
Oh, that's our sign off when we say stuff and it's just was an automatic.
Have a good day, guys. Okay, you had a lot of people, so that's good.
Let's see.
Bye, everybody here. Bye. I'll be careful. Don't worry.